Hi, good evening. Welcome to Zen Breeze. On January 24th, 2022, my Dharma brother ReibinRoshi died at 84. Today, I would like to talk about the memory of ReibinRoshi. Subtitle is A Pure Life. The disciples who got Zen monks' food under ReibinRoshi are Reibin, Reicho, Reiko, Reiken, Reiichi, Reiryo. These 6 Japanese disciples and German Reishin, Reiho, Reigetsu, Reimyo, and perhaps some other disciples. ReibinRoshi is the oldest sibling. Now I will talk about a brief history of ReibinRoshi. What we should learn from ReibinRoshi, and the nostalgic Tokai-an, where I trained, and ReibinRoshi and ReibinRoshi lived there as the chief priest. それでこれか。さあ変わるかな。まあゆっくりいきましょう。スローリーに。変わったな。So, Memory of ReibinRoshi, A Pure Life. First, his brief history of ReibinRoshi, biography. He was born on April 20th, 1847 in Kagoshima Prefecture. He became a carpenter after graduating from junior high school in 1861. In 1868, he became a Zen monk, Unsui, under ReibinRoshi in Oita Manjuji Special Dojo. Then moved to Hamamatsu Hokoji Special Dojo. Finally, Kyoto Myoshinji Special Dojo. Thus, he continued his training as a monk for 40 years. After training time as a Unsui, he became a Zen priest at Sokenji Temple for several years. The site of Azuchi Castle. Then he
こちらがウェブで見つかった情報です。
ちょっと待って。Just a moment. これはもう消しとこうか。電源切る。After training time as a Unsui, he became a Zen priest at Sokenji Temple for several years. The site of Azuchi Castle. Then he continued training together with Unsui for 25 years as a Zen master of Myoshinji Special Dojo. And a few years ago, he returned to Tokayan and passed away on January 24, 2022 at 84. As you can see from ReibinRoshi's career, he continued his training as unsei for 40 years from around age of 20. As a Zen master at the Myoshinji Dojo, he continues his training with young unsei for 25 years. He was a person who lived through his life for a total of 65 years as a monk. He would have been the president of Myoshinji, but he always spent time as unsei with monks' simple clothes, except during special ceremonies. He instructed his disciple unsei very rigorously, rigorously, but he was kind and friendly to the general person. Mainly during the few years spent at Kenji, he innocently played with the children in the neighborhood like Ryokan Zen master. There were many fan letters from children in his relics. When the Dalai Lama gave a lecture in Japan, I was impressed that he introduced himself as I am only a monk. I am only a monk, he said. ReibinRoshi also had continuous practicing Zen way as a monk for a long time. I also want to keep the koan, not enough, still immature, and live as only a monk until the last moment. In the end, I will show you a nostalgic photo of Tokayan. Here, this is a Myoshinji map. Up right side, Tokayan, and the left side, Myoshinji Dojo. Very wide, let's say, temple. About, let's say, I think 50 or around 50 temples are in this Myoshinji area. This is Tokayan. Tokayan showing garden. This took this photo on January 27, this year. Tokayan Showing Garden was designated as a National Historic Site and Scenic Spot in 1931. Tokayan is the head of Myoshinji Temple, which was founded in 1484 with Gokei Soto as the founder. The garden is on the west side of Shoin and is called Tokai series of gardens. It was created in 1814 by Soho Toboku. It is a clean, small garden of the dry garden based on the concept of painting. And this garden is a rare remains that has figure in the hands of author, and it is variable to know the design and method of the late Edo period. This photo is Garden of Moose Face. It is a garden designated as a natural important. No, just a moment. I missed it. This photo is Garden of Moose Body. Expansive rectangle garden. Only the white sun spread. A Natsume stone washbowl at the corner is excellent. This is excellent. Ne? In front of this garden, we had all-night zazen on a weekend session once a month. We enjoyed beautiful night zazen under the full moon or a quiet snowy night. This photo is the Garden of Moose Face. It is a garden designated as a national important cultural property. Big one stone washbowl, Ichimonji chozubachi, is very good. This photo is a garden of moose function. The small stone is the middle of the 6 dynamic stones, comes the whole thing interesting. This photo is when ReibinRoshi invited me to a Japanese restaurant in Kibune. He was talking with friendly with the landlady like this. Oh, そうですか。で、two Dharma brothers, Reibin and Reiko. One is a strict going monk, Reibin. The other is easy going monk, Reiko. Both okay. And this time that the Kibune chrysanthemum This is very beautiful. Chrysanthemum, 木舟 chrysanthemum was in full moon, full bloom. Very beautiful, pink. Yeah, 木舟 chrysanthemum. Very difficult to pronunciation. It's very difficult. Yeah. I love this ReibinRoshi very much. Oh, this is the end. Today only 15 minutes. So anyhow, これで終わりかな。話するのは3やから。そうやな。そう。So I want to keep the koan not now, still immature, and live as only a monk until the last moment, like ReibinRoshi. We are all not enough, still immature. But this is very enjoyable. We can, but say, 新しい日々新しい発見出会いがあるというのはどういうかな。誰か英語で言うてくれんかな。Not enough means we can meet everything as a new one. あんまパッとせん英語やけど。So, not enough, still immature is very good. It means we are growing let's say, following great Dharma way. はい。それでは今日の英語版の全ブリーザー終わります。それで最後なんか言うことあったよ。忘れてもったな。See you again. Have a lovely weekend. And please register if you like. Thank you. 結構。ありがたい。さてと、これをこうペッとこうすると。今日はなんか映像がね、時々なんかコネクションの接続の加減でうまくいかないんだな。でも今日はうまくいった。ありがたい。はい、皆さん、おやすみなさい。Good night. Have a beautiful weekend. Lovely weekend. はい、そして、ミフティちゃん、ね、ミッフィーのね、ミッフィーちゃんもお別れ。はい、おやすみなさい。はい、皆さんおやすみなさい。さてと、まあね、さて、はい、はい、おやすみなさい。良い週末を。皆さんお元気で。 はいはい、結構や。ありがたい、ありがたいや。よいしょ。